What do you want to talk about? I gotta talk about Ichigo Kurosaki. And let me tell you, this man right here started off on the first episode beating up skaters to later on in the series boxing with gods. And let me tell you something, Ichigo became that guy literally overnight in a span of an episode. And Ichigo's like LeBron for real, fresh out of high school, and he goes straight to the league. A prodigy that spams the same move over and over again. But hey, he's the drippiest out of everybody in the big three. But anyway, let's get into this. Alright, so we open up with Ichigo beating up some skaters, and we could safely assume that they're Canadian. The leader of this little crew steps up to Ichigo, all like, "Yo, Crody, you kicked down my boy Lil Yama. That got me cheesed, fam." First of all, his name is Lil Yama. He's all up in Ichigo's face, demanding he say something. And before he could get the first hit, Ichigo casually kicks bro in the face and continuously stomps on bro's back. Ichigo straight up stomps bro's head into concrete, becoming one with the earth. At this point of the story, Ichigo's not even a Soul Reaper yet, but yet he's cracking the ground with his face. Oh man, he just took out Lil Toshi. Bro, I can't with these names. We got Lil Yama, Lil Toshi, Lil whatever. At this point, the other skateboarders are just standing there, frozen, probably questioning every life choice that led them to this moment. But wait, it gets deeper. Ichigo turns to the rest of the group and points to the vase of flowers on the sidewalk. He points to one of the skaters, asking him, "What's that?" Clearly terrified, the skater stammers out, "It's a memorial for a kid who died there a few days ago." And then Ichigo super kicks bro in the face. He really think he's Shawn Michaels.
Oh, see? I just kicked Stan!
And holy, his name is Lil Mitch.
Come on, son!
After a series of 21 questions, Ichigo rapid kicks the rest of the gang like he's Chun-Li, told them to apologize and beat it like Michael Jackson. After putting the vase back, he turns to this girl who appears to be a ghost. She thanks Ichigo, and he tells her she should cross over soon, and she faded away. And judging from the manga panel, we can safely assume that she got hit by Karasama. I swear, Karasama is undefeated in every anime series when it comes to human casualties. It's a perfect winning streak. 1,000 wins, 0 losses. Someone called Brock Lesnar to end the streak. After a long day of crime fighting and ghost busting, Ichigo returns home and is greeted by his father with a tornado kick as soon as he opens the door. What is this, Street Fighter? And no telling how many times Ichigo violated his curfew. Now let's talk about Ichigo's family. First, his dad. Isshin is the goat of shonen dads. Like, this man has a job, take care of his kids. Usually the stereotype for anime dads is either they're dead or they're a deadbeat. Isshin's out here being a single father, running a clinic, and still finding the time to kick Ichigo in the face. Low key, this is training for him. Also, could we just appreciate how Ichigo's little sisters are just vibing in the background? Like, yeah, this is normal. Also, both sisters are sensitive to spirits just like Ichigo. Yuzu only can sense the presence of spirits, and Karin, she's able to see them, but
I'm in permanent denial. Just seeing them doesn't make me believe in them.
That's really cold.
After Ichigo and his dad finished their father versus son WrestleMania match, Ichigo went to his room, lies on his bed, and he begins to brood.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind.
Then, out of nowhere, this girl breaks into Ichigo's room and pulls out her sword. This is home invasion. This reminds me of those TikTok videos of people asking,
"What would you do if I broke into your house?"
Get your mind out of that gutter.
It's getting closer. And then Ichigo Spartan kicks her in the back. Like, bro, Ichigo think he's Ganondorf and this is Smash Bros Ultimate. Now this is the best response ever. She asked, "You could actually see me?" Like, imagine someone breaking and entering to your house, you catch them in the act, and then they ask you, "You could see me?" Like, stop it, you're not John Cena. But anyway, she explains to Ichigo that she's a Soul Reaper, which explains why she was asking if he could see her. Meanwhile, the ghost girl from earlier is being chased by a hollow. Now in the anime, the hollow stopped chasing her because it sensed a stronger presence nearby. But in the manga, the hollow eats her, devouring her soul. Back at Ichigo's house. Now, if someone broke into your house cosplaying as a samurai, tells you she's the Grim Reaper from a realm called the Soul Society, would you believe her? If you answer yes, then congratulations, you just earned a free trip to Arkham Asylum. Ichigo ain't buying anything she's saying. After roasting Rukia for being short, just like Edward Elric, Ichigo tells her to run along and go play samurai somewhere else. Now Rukia, not tolerating the disrespect, hits Ichigo with a binding spell. She got Ichigo face down, ass up. Rukia tells Ichigo to respect his elders because she lived 10 of his lifetimes. And I know what some of you guys are thinking right now. 15 times 10, that makes her 150 years old. She's legal.
Get your mind out of that gutter.
Meanwhile, Rukia is explaining the whole Soul Reaper thing with some of the best artwork in the series.
Why do your drawings suck so bad?
Rukia explains that she has two missions. First is to guide souls to Soul Society, and second is to exorcise hollows who attack living souls and non-living souls. Ichigo tells Rukia to go after her right now. Don't you hear that howling sound? Rukia looking confused right now, cause something's obstructing her senses and she don't hear a thing. The hollow attacks the Kurosaki clinic, nearly deleting Ichigo's dad and sister. And then Ichigo sees the hollow holding his other sister like he's King Kong. Yo, this is not a kaiju movie. Put her down. And then Ichigo, looking like he's having a Gohan awakening moment. Filled with rage and urgency, he breaks out of the binding spell that Rukia placed on him earlier. Ichigo grabs a nearby chair like he's a pro wrestler. As he's about to hit him with it, the hollow swats him aside. Got Ichigo bouncing on the ground like a basketball. Now, in the manga, Ichigo grabs a baseball bat, which ideally would be more effective than grabbing a chair, but hey. Rukia steps in and she cuts the hollow, releasing Ichigo's sister, and the hollow escapes. Rukia explains to Ichigo that the hollow was after him the whole time, and the reason why she didn't sense the hollow in the beginning because Ichigo's spiritual pressure was drowning out her senses. Like bro, Ichigo has so much aura that he's accidentally nerfing Soul Reapers. In the manga, the hollow catches Rukia off guard, knocking her to the side. And boy howdy, Soul Society really did my girl dirty because the amount of time she was caught off guard by this episode 1 hollow. Now when a Soul Reaper comes to the living world, the Soul Society, they nerf your spiritual energy, so there won't be any effects on living people. But I wonder who was in charge that day. Ichigo calls ISO on the hollow, and I understand Ichigo is strong for a 15-year-old, but this is like a 15-year-old challenging Mike Tyson to a fight, and it doesn't even matter which version of Mike Tyson you challenge into a fight, it's still Mike Tyson. Are you out of your mind? The hollow goes in for a bite, like Mike Tyson biting Holyfield's ear off. Rukia steps in, getting bitten in the process. Yeah, it's GG's. It's not looking good for our heroes. After Rukia becomes a meat shield, she asks Ichigo, do you want to become a main character of your own story? Then you have to let me stab you with my Zanpakuto. Huh? Now, if someone told me in order to get superpowers and be a main character in your own show, you'll have to thrust this sword in me, I am not doing that. Forget it. The heroes lost. Evil has prevailed. I can't do this shonen stuff anymore. Put me in a rom-com anime, run a girlfriend, my dress-up darling. That sounds nice. Heck, you could put me in the Pokemon world. I'll be champion in no time. But not Ichigo. Ichigo's built different. He's like, thrust that sword in me.
Hey, bro, pause. Hey, this pause down for real. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Hell no.
After Ichigo and Rukia formally introduce themselves by name, Rukia gives Ichigo her powers, and in the blinding light, Ichigo has become the Drip Reaper. And look at Ichigo. As soon as he gets some superpowers, he think he's already in the edit, posing for the gram. And I can't blame him, he looking cold right now. And look at Rukia, flabbergasted. She's like, he was only supposed to take half of it. He took all my drip. And holy, this man Ichigo is built different. The second Ichigo got his powers, the first thing he did was cut that hollow's arm off. No training, no experience.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
As a matter of fact, Ichigo ended that hollow in 3 swings. And then proceeds to pose for the gram one last time. Even created his own little bio before the credits roll. And yeah, that's it. Nobody knows who I really am. I never felt this empty before.